Alright guys, I'm going to be showing you real quick how to germinate and grow cilantro hydroponically. So anyways, you're going to want to start off with a napkin, and on your napkin you want to scatter out your seeds, you want to moisten your napkin, and you want to go ahead and put another napkin over the top, and you want to leave this in a cool, damp place, not warm place. If you put it in a warm place, your cilantro is not going to germinate very good. I find that room temperature is fine. Being that I live in the south and I'm usually running AC and keeping my house about 72 degrees. If you're running the heater or anything like that, you probably want to keep it out of the area of the heater. You don't want to get it too warm. Do not put a heat mat on it. Anything that you do like this will just delay your germination. They do just fine, just water, room temperature, nice and cool. Okay, now I'm going to be showing you cilantro in my hydroponic system and how to harvest it. Alright, this is the cilantro I have in my hydroponic system. This is a 2.5 by 2.5 foot hydroponic grow pan that I got for $5 on Craigslist. It's real simple. I'm just running it in a little igloo. I mean, this whole system, just this part, not including the lights, probably cost me $10. The igloo was free, found it on the side of the road. Just a little cheap $5 filter from, pump from Harbor Freight, and two $5 grow pans off of Craigslist. Was real easy. Anyways, let me turn off these lights so you can see what these plants really look like. There you go. Alright. So, if you notice, it's really thick over here, but it's thin over here. That's because I've already come through and I've harvested on this side, and I'm letting them regrow. So after you germinate your cilantro seeds, you're going to go ahead and put them right inside the hydroton media. This is about, I would say it's about a month old, and I've already harvested these once. But when you're harvesting cilantro, some things that people don't know, sometimes people will pull them all the way out and kill the root system. But what's very important, as you see in this one here, you can just go through and kind of trim it like grass, and then you get all these new sprouts down here that'll come up. Doing it like this, I've done it up to 6 times. I noticed that once you start trimming it a whole lot, sometimes it can not come back as easily. It seems like they lose a little bit of their strength every time you cut them down. But for the most part, I'm sure you can keep it going year round. So I'll just show you real quick on one plant how to trim them up. I'll come back in here, try to get something that I can single out. Where's a good one? Give me a second. Looking for a good example for you. These are all really horrible examples. Anyways, here's a good little bunch. Okay, so as you see, you got the tall part of the cilantro, and then if I were to come through and snip it right here, underneath you have all this young growth. Okay, you see that? See these little shoots coming out down here? So you don't want to cut these little shoots or you'll kill the plant. So you want to cut above it and leave some of your larger ones. So I'm going to come in here with my scissors. Alright, this is probably going to fall everywhere. I'll try to lean it back so I can catch it. Trim it back. Take your cilantro shoots. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and harvest all this from back here in this back right area, and then I'll show you how much I got in a 1 month period. I'm going to be giving some to my friends. Usually I wouldn't harvest this much, but just to show y'all how much you can get, and so I can give some away. Alright, here's my cilantro harvest. Nice, green, fresh, and I can tell you what, guys, this is really fragrant stuff. When you grow in hydroponics, I just feel like the perfume odor that comes off of any plant, whether it be basil, cilantro, always smells nice. I'm going to give you a little look at this. You can see it's a whole lot of cilantro. If you did a large system that's 2.5 by 2.5 foot like I'm running, you could easily get this much every week. And they don't require a lot of light. They only require about 3 hours of sunlight, And so that means you can use just a CFL bulb from Home Depot, 150 watt equivalent, and do cilantro just fine. You might want to run 2 or 3 of those bulbs though. Alright, do not try to make you guys dizzy. Alright, come over here. I'll show you the system, and we're in my lab right now, but I didn't harvest all of it. I want these to grow back a little bit more before I harvest these again. I just harvested this side, and you can see as I came through here, I just kind of like I was just mowing grass. So I know I'm gonna be getting a lot of questions. Alright, what kind of lights are you running? I'm running Kessel. These are Kessel H150 magentas. This right here uses 25 watts, but the projector, it's almost like a projector LED. And let me see, there you go. And however, the wavelength of the light maximizes photosynthesis, and as well, this light does an equivalency to 150 watt high pressure sodium. At least that's what they say. It does great for little leafy greens if you're growing something a little bit more potent, or like that needs more sun requirements, like tomatoes. I don't know if I would use these, but for something saving money, doing something simple like leafy greens, herbs, coriander, cilantro, bok choy, whatever, this is perfect. So let's talk about nutrients. The nutrients, I'm using a general hydroponics. I'm going by the guide. I'm doing a mild mix. The overall ppm of the water is 250 ppm in the beginning, and right now I'm growing 500, and I'm growing 500 just because I'm trying to support all my basil. I'm going to be doing another video on basil, so we won't talk much about this, but I'll be showing you how to clone, how to do hydroponic basil. But anyways, 250 to start when they're seedlings, okay? And I mean, they need to be a couple inches, about 2 inches. And then after that, you can raise them up to 500 ppm, running equal parts of flora, grow, and micro. Okay, I'm using about, this is a 10-gallon system. I'm just mixing it for 5 gallons at 1 teaspoon per gallon. So I'm doing of each of the micro, flora, and grow. I'm doing 5 teaspoons of each for a 10-gallon reservoir, and that's putting me right at about 500 ppm. And I am also keeping my pH down, and I'm keeping it in the 5.5 to 6.3 range, which they seem to be doing fine. And I'll tell you what, I've been kind of lazy watching my pH, and the cilantro doesn't really seem to care. So if you don't have access to the acids or the knowledge to lower your pH, don't worry about it too much. Alright, if you have any questions, please just shoot me a comment or a private message. Y'all have a great day, and please subscribe to my videos. Bye bye.